Hello friends, how are you? This is Dr. Shinagi, Ayurveda and Medicine doctor and also Isha Hatha Yoga teacher. So today in this video we are going to talk about how Ayurveda and Yoga can help you in hypertension. Hypertension is also known in common language as high blood pressure. Many people complains like our blood pressure is so high and they don't know what to do, how to bring this blood pressure into balance. When somebody's blood pressure is high, it doesn't cause some kind of pain or some kind of very unpleasant feeling. So the problem is most of the people are unaware of it. And because as it is not some kind of acute condition that you need to rush to hospital. So most of the people ignore it. And many times this also happens like when people figure out like they have blood pressure, high blood pressure, they don't know what to do with it because hypertension is not some kind of acute infection like you just pop up some pill and it will kill bacteria and you will become healthy. It's not like that. You will be surprised to know like till now there is no cure for hypertension. I am using the word cure. Like it is not you will pop out some kind of pill and hypertension will go away from your body forever. It's not like that. But yes, if you figure out the cause somehow, like why this hypertension is happening, if you figure out your what is causing this hypertension and what kind of lifestyle you will adopt that will help you to come out of this hypertension, then yes, it is very much possible that your blood pressure will come to the normal levels. But if you just thinking like if somebody has hypertension and it is good like okay we will take some kind of pill and anyway our blood pressure will come normal and we will start walking again. But the thing is people are forgetting that this pill is somehow making the blood pressure low, but it is not curing it, it's maintaining it. So there is a difference between the maintenance of blood pressure and cure of blood pressure. Cure is like your body has become free from that disease, and maintenance is like you have that disease but somehow we are maintaining it so that it doesn't create much hazard to the body, or in other words it will not put our body into a difficult situation in case of emergency and these kind of situations. Even if somebody has blood pressure, they need not to worry. Definitely there are certain precautions that they need to take, but still if somebody has developed this blood pressure, you need not to lose hope. There are much more chances that you will be able to cure it, you will be able to defeat it. So but it is just the thing like most of the people are not aware of the root cause of hypertension or blood pressure or certain lifestyle modifications they need to do, and they will be able to lead a very normal happy life. Now let's see how Ayurveda and Yoga can help you to tackle this problem of hypertension. As we know, yoga is a very universally accepted science these days. Whole world knows yoga and it is extremely beneficial in chronic ailments, especially hypertension. Similarly, Ayurveda is also well accepted throughout the world now, and definitely in Ayurveda also there are certain herbs which are extremely beneficial to tackle this blood pressure. And at the same time we should also take the help of allopathy treatment till our body has not achieved the state of balance. These days Ayurveda and Yoga has become a part of wellness programs, and most of the wellness programs are focused on how to get yourself free from these chronic ailments. So today in this video we are more focusing on hypertension or blood pressure, because many people were asking about hypertension and blood pressure and they wanted to know how Ayurveda and Yoga can help in these things. So I thought I should make a video regarding hypertension and blood pressure, and yes, there is no doubt like many of my patients to whom I recommended yoga and certain Ayurveda herbs, they get tremendous benefits out of it. So so I thought it's best time to make a video so that more and more people will become aware of root cause of hypertension, so that they will become free from hypertension and the fear that got generated with hypertension. Oh, now what's going to happen? So it's not like that. If you act wisely, hypertension will not cause any damage in your system. As we know, hypertension is also known as silent killer these days. Why it is called silent killer? Because as I said, it is as it is, it doesn't produce some kind of pain or some kind of very birth and death situation. It is just it slowly destroy your body, and the stage comes when it cause bigger damage if we leave him unattended. So Ayurveda and yoga can be very effective as an alternative treatment for hypertension. But who can take alternative treatment? That is also very important. For example, there is a person whose blood pressure is above 250 systolic and above 120 and 150 diastolic. Now, if you have this kind of high blood pressure, extremely high blood pressure, and you are thinking like just you start applying conservative treatment or complementary treatment, then this is not the time that you apply that you don't take any drug, because already the damage has been happened to big level. So if this hypertension is so much, it's best time that you go to allopathic hospital and first bring this high blood pressure into the normal. Then slowly you try to change your lifestyle, and eventually you will see like there will be no sudden shoot up of blood pressure like to this level, and then slowly you can again visit to your doctor, reduce your doses only with the advice of a doctor, and then you will see like how slowly you will be able to overcome this disease of hypertension. But it is not at all wise thing, like if your blood pressure is extremely high and you are focusing only on one method and you are not taking advice of doctor, because in these cases it becomes very important, because if you have a lot of high blood pressure, there are chances to get stroke, there are chances to get cardiac failure, there are chances to have renal failure. So if somebody's blood pressure is extremely high, we cannot ignore it, and rather we need to take it under surveillance, and we should always visit to a doctor if somebody has extremely high blood pressure, so that we can avoid the emergencies. So it's a wise step to take whenever we talk about hypertension, Ayurveda and yoga. But at the same time, if somebody has such a big hypertension, he need not to worry. Definitely you need to visit doctor, but at the same time there are Ayurveda and yoga techniques that will help you to bring your life back to normal. Let's try to understand what is the reason of hypertension, because there are many reasons for hypertension, but those factors which are most commonly responsible for hypertension are obesity, that is an unnecessary fat in the system. Heredity, sometimes it happens like hypertension is traveling from hereditary, from parents to children, and then from children to next generation of children. So you also need to see if your father or mother are more prone to hypertension. Definitely you need to change your lifestyle at very early age, because there is a possibility like you also carry forward those genes which your parents has, those hypertensive genes, and you will also be prone to hypertension. At the same level, if you go for mental level, what causes hypertension is stress. These days, wherever we work, whether it is office, house, relationships, family situations, work, everything is stressful. So this stress, that also is the main reason for hypertension. In addition to that, our lifestyle, how we live, because these days everybody is in hurry, we don't have time to eat properly, we don't have time to eat proper organic food that suits our body, and most of the time it happens like people are not aware of the fact like which food is more suitable for them, what is their body type, whether it's Vata body type, Pitta body type or Kapha body type, which kind of people are more prone to hypertension. So these kind of many things are there, so which we are ignoring and we are not paying attention to that. So it is time that we start paying attention to these small things, because these small things can make big difference in our life. In addition to that, most of the time it's been seen that women who are using contraceptives, they are also prone to hypertension, and most of the times they have very healthy lifestyle, but if you are using these pills for contraception, they also sometimes lead to hypertension. And another most common cause is increased intake of salt. That is because if we take excessive salt in the body, that will cause water retention in the body, that also leads to hypertension. Now, what is the allopathic treatment in most of the places for this hypertension is beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, ACE inhibitors, thiazide. All these are the medical terminologies or various kind of salts they are using to just maintain hypertension. Make sure they are not curing hypertension, but they are just maintaining hypertension. But maintenance of hypertension is also very important, because it is not good like if somebody's blood pressure is more than 300 or sometimes 270 systolic blood pressure and he is not doing anything, he is not taking any medicine. So, that is also not the right way. When somebody has this kind of systolic hypertension, it is must that he visit doctor and take proper treatment to avoid any kind of unpleasant emergency situations. No question about it that these medication helps to lower the blood pressure, but people are lacking in basic knowledge of hypertension. They don't know the basic facts, what is the root cause of hypertension, because it's a common thing until we are not removing the root cause. The root cause can be your lifestyle, the root cause can be stress, the root cause can be anger, the root cause can be anxiety, the root cause can be the kind of food you are eating, the root cause can be obesity. So, there are many root causes that if you want to get rid of hypertension, you need to work on the root causes, because unless you are removing these root causes, hypertension you can only maintain, but you cannot cure it. So, these alternative system of medicines like Ayurveda and yoga, they have proven very well in eradicating the root cause of this hypertension. Not in all cases, but in 90% of cases, the root cause of hypertension is always unknown. But in 10% cases, it is always secondary hypertension and root cause is known. Like for example, the hypertension due to kidney disease, the hypertension due to cardiac disease, hypertension due to respiratory disease. So, in these cases, definitely your root cause is known. So, once you treat your respiratory system, your hypertension will become normal. Once you treat your kidney system, like kidneys, renal hypertension, so your blood pressure will become normal. Cardiac ailments, if if your heart got well, definitely your blood pressure will become into normal. But there are certain kind of hypertensions that is called primary hypertension, for which you don't know the root cause. You don't know why hypertension is happening, because your kidneys are normal, your heart is normal, your respiratory lungs are normal, your respiratory bronchus, your respiratory channels are normal, but still you have hypertension. And these are the cases where you don't know the cause, and this is the time that you need to focus on Ayurveda and yoga to treat the cause, along with taking the outside help of allopathic system of medicine. In modern definition of hypertension, whenever the systolic blood pressure is more than 140 mm Hg and diastolic pressure more than 90 mm of Hg, that is considered as hypertension. Whenever the blood pressure becomes more than 140 by 90, we call it hypertension, but not in one reading. You need to take several readings, like in every week, in every 15 days, and after watching this blood pressure for long time, after that only you designate a person like he has hypertension. And who will designate like the person has hypertension? It's best that you go and get diagnosed by a doctor, and he will diagnose you like yes, you have hypertension. Because sometimes it also happens like once some stressful situation came and for once your blood pressure shoot above 140 by 90 and next day it becomes normal and then it stayed normal for 2 weeks, then you are not a hypertensive patient. It is just if your blood pressure stays above 140 by 90 continuously, like in this graph for a long time, for minimum 2 weeks, then only you can will be diagnosed as hypertensive. Otherwise, it is not like for some stressful situation or some kind of work situation. For once, if you get your blood pressure more than 140/90, you are not designated as hypertensive patient. So sometimes people get mistaken, and even little blood pressure shoot up like plus 140 plus, and by 90 plus, people start taking pills. So you need not to take pills. You need to wait and watch. And best thing is you visit doctor. He will because they have studied it well, and they can tell you like whether you are a hypertensive patient or not. And good thing is we should take the help of doctors whenever it is needed, rather than taking self medication, because self medication is not good for health. Now you must be thinking, what is the reason why it is very important, why it becomes very important to take medicine if somebody has hypertension, and why it becomes very important to change your lifestyle and your diet if somebody got hypertension. Why it is important? Because this hypertension cause unnecessary pressure and damage on your organs like kidney, heart, and various kind of arteries. Almost your whole body works under pressure. Why? Because blood pressure is the pressure exerted by your blood on the lateral wall of arteries, and we know like whole our body has blood supply. So if somebody has blood pressure, whole of your blood pressure will work under pressure. It will ultimately cause damage. And whenever you see, like whenever like let's suppose there is some pipe and normal flow of water is there from it, but if this flow of water will go with pressure, definitely it will exert unnecessary pressure on the wall of the pipe. And when unnecessary pressure on the wall of the pipe, there will be damage in the wall of the pipe. So that's why it becomes very, very important whenever somebody has blood pressure, you try to change your lifestyle, because that's the first thing and basic thing that you need to do if you want to defeat your hypertension. And other things which you need to focus on, one is weight reduction. It becomes very, very important. If somebody is hypertension, he should focus on reducing its weight. How you can reduce your weight? You go for walk for 1 kilometer, not in sun, in a pleasant weather. Just go for a walk for 1 kilometer after food and then come back. Morning and evening you can go, and this way it will help you to reduce your weight. In addition to that, you can also focus on your diet, like you remove all the unnecessary oily stuff and all the junk food like a lot of pizzas, a lot of burgers. If you are daily eating these things, just try to remove it and try to have whole grain food, because whole grain food is more nutritious and it will help to subside your hypertension naturally. Try to have organic food as far as possible, because organic food is more healthy and more nutritious. What you can do regarding stress, that is you can use the various techniques of yoga, pranayam and meditation. That is extremely beneficial to reduce stress, because anyway the situations which you are going to face in daily basis, they are not going to change. They will be same, but one thing that you can change, that you can change your inner being, you change your attitude. So how you can change your attitude? With the help of meditation, with the help of yoga and with the help of pranayam. Now let's try to understand what is the Ayurveda philosophy, what is the Ayurveda principles of this hypertension. Ayurveda says whenever we eat food, and if we are not eating proper food in our body, and if we are not eating the food in proper timings, and if you are eating which is not organic and natural, then what will happen? Your digestive fire will become imbalanced, and when your digestive fire will become imbalanced, definitely the byproduct will be toxin. And these toxins slowly, eventually with years, with time, they start depositing into the various cellular levels, in the level, various channels, various cellular levels, and eventually, slowly, by the time, if you do not take care enough to remove these toxins from the body, and if you do not take care enough to change your lifestyle and to adopt yoga and healthy lifestyle for you, then slowly these toxins will get deposited around the walls of your arteries, and eventually it will lead to hypertension. How it will lead to hypertension? Because when these toxins start depositing in the wall of your arteries, they make your arteries very stiff. So arteries lose their flexibility, and slowly you will see, because they become more hardening, and that is also the phenomena, it's called arteriosclerosis in allopathy, and this is one of the complication of hypertension. So Ayurveda has explained it in our terminology, like these toxins get deposited in the walls of arteries, and then they will make them less flexible, and that will lead to arteriosclerosis or hardening of the arteries. So how you can avoid it? By changing your lifestyle, your diet patterns. How you can change it? Like you adopt little bit of yoga in your life, pranayam, healthy food, more sprouts, fruits, and that will make your arteries back to normal, because it will enhance your digestive fire, and when your digestive fire will work well, then these toxins will not be produced in the body, and the leftover toxins will be removed from the body naturally, and this will reduce your hypertension to the normal. Not only this, Ayurveda also sees your heart as a place of ojas. Ojas means immunity, or all the well-being that we feel sometimes, like pleasantness, that is also related to ojas. The more ojas you have, the more pleasant and happy you will feel. So in Ayurveda, a lot of focus has been given that to protect your heart. Use various techniques which will make your heart pleasant, and as we know, many times it happens, because if you have hypertension, ultimately it is going to affect your heart, or vice versa. If you have some problem in heart, that will also lead to hypertension many times. What Ayurveda suggests to how to take care of your heart. One thing is, you should avoid stress. How you can avoid stress? You can avoid stress by adopting meditation in your life. Try to give half an hour or 20 minutes daily for your body, for your heart. Try to meditate, because meditation is a very powerful tool to fight against stress. So this is one thing that you need to focus on your heart. This is one way of focusing on your heart. What is another thing that you can do? That is emotional strengthening of your heart. How you will do it? You try to adopt yoga in your life, especially pranayam. Pranayam is extremely beneficial to bring emotional stability. So focus on more on pranayam. Pranayam is a technique with which you can take charge of your prana, that is life energies. So there are various kind of pranayams available. So they are very beneficial to calming your mind and ultimately to overcome your emotional problems. If you have any questions regarding pranayam or yoga, you please write to us. We will help you to guide regarding techniques, which techniques you can use that will be helpful to bring your hypertension into normal. According to Ayurveda, Ayurveda believes, like most of the times, the hypertension that happens in the system, it is because of Vata dosha imbalance. Because all the flow of blood, whatever the movement is happening in our body, is controlled by Vata dosha. And for example, whether some movement is happening very quick or some movement is slowed down. So if the speed of the movement has been enhanced, like in hypertension it happens, like speed become enhanced. So it mostly happens because of imbalanced Vata dosha. And all the movement of Ras dhatu, or all the fluids and including blood, according to Ayurveda, it happens because of Vata. All the movement in the body, even small level, cellular level, or on a big level, all the movements whatever are happening in the body, the Vata dosha is involved into it. Ayurveda believes this new era disease, that is hypertension, is more related to Vata imbalance. So what is the best way to bring this Vata into balance? It is pranayam and yoga. So if you are doing yoga and pranayam and meditation, that will be extremely beneficial to bring your Vata into normal. When it will bring the Vata into balance, definitely the disease that is caused by Vata imbalance, that will also try to come back to normal. Not only pranayam, yoga and meditation, but you also need to adopt Ayurveda science and Ayurveda to make your health better. Now which science and which medications of Ayurveda you can use to boost your health, that depends on person to person, because Ayurveda believes every person has different kind of digestive fire, different kind of constitution, different kind of emotional balance, different kind of mental balance, different kind of situations in which he has lived, because Ayurveda is more related to depth, is more related to root cause of the disease, and the root cause of the disease is different for different people. There cannot be a universal cause for everyone. But yes, there are universal things which you can deal with, like obesity you should not have. It's a universal thing that you need to overcome this obesity. You should not have obesity. And unnecessarily this fast food you are eating, so you need to cook food whenever it is possible and try to consume it within 3 hours of cooking. Try to have more and more vegetarian food, because for hypertension vegetarian food is more beneficial because it has less fat. In addition to that, there are various kind of rasayans that are also available in Ayurveda that will help to combat this hypertension. But for that you need proper Ayurveda consultation, because these rasayans are there, but I cannot speak just like this, because it depends on which rasayan will suit to which person. So if somebody wants Ayurveda herbs to help with hypertension, he needs to take proper Ayurveda consultation from a proper Ayurveda doctor. In addition to that, Ayurveda says this hypertension is more because of Vata imbalance. So the best way to treat Vata imbalances in Ayurveda is Abhyang, that everybody can do. Abhyang is a kind of massage in which we will apply various kind of oils on the body, because oil is more thick, thick in consistency, and wherever we need to remove dryness we apply oil, so that the Vata of that place, the dryness will become normal and the Vata imbalanced Vata will come to normal. So Ayurveda massage, that is of the body, it is extremely beneficial to overcome hypertension, because it will bring the Vata into balance. So this is one of the techniques which you can apply in your daily day-to-day life. How you can do it? Before shower, you can take any kind of oil like mustard oil or sesame oil, whichever has thick consistency. So you heat that oil in warm water, you put it in plastic bottle, and after that you heat it in warm water, and after that you apply that oil in the direction of hair, and then do massage for next 5 to 10 minutes. Before shower you can do this procedure, and after that you can take shower properly with hot water. This will help you to bring the Vata into balance. In addition to that, you need to make your low salt diet. So whatever you are eating, make the content of the salt low in it. In addition to that, you start your day with fruits, not with coffee. If you are having hypertension, always try to start your day with fruits, bowl of fruits rather than coffee. After that you can have little bit of sprouts, and after that you can have anything little bit of cooked food. So that would be more beneficial for you, rather than starting your day with coffee, because as we know coffee is nerve constrictor. And as it is nerve constrictor, so definitely it will help to raise your blood pressure, not to make it low. In addition to that, you try to include various kind of vegetables in your food, soups in your food, that are very beneficial, and try to avoid excessive meat diets, because meat diets have a lot of fat, and fat it got deposited in your arteries, in your systems, and that will raise the blood pressure. So we always recommend people to shift into vegetarian diet if you are having blood pressure. Once in a day, once in a while, in a week, if you want to have some fish, you can have, but it's better to shift into vegetarian diet. In addition to that, reduce the intake of alcohol, because alcohol also causes hypertension. And always try to reduce your fat. That becomes very, very important, because sometimes it is obesity induced hypertension. So when you reduce your fat, then naturally your hypertension will become normal. And how you can reduce your fat? There are certain techniques like brisk walking you can do, running you can do little bit gently. Make sure like your cardiac condition is how much. Don't run in hot sun, run in very pleasant conditions, jogging. So these are the things, and if you do not know how to reduce your weight, there is always consultations available. What kind of diet you should eat according to your body type, what kind of food you should eat, what are the signs that will be helpful for you. But these all things can be done only after personal consultation. But these other things which I am telling, these are universal for all and everybody can do it. And this way you will be able to combat your hypertension. But at the same time, if your blood pressure is too much high, never forget to visit your doctor and take the doctor's prescriptions properly. And these lifestyle modifications, even if you are doing with these medicines, slowly you will see your blood pressure will start coming to normal, and the dose of medicine will also come to less, then it become more less, then it become more less eventually. But it is always recommended, like never go for self medication regarding allopathy medicines. But these Ayurveda like lifestyle modifications you can do, and they are extremely beneficial to bring your hypertension back to normal. So, also if you are eating according to your body type, like Vata body type, what kind of food they should eat, Pitta body type, what kind of food they should eat, Kapha body type, what kind of food they should eat, there are videos available. You can always go and check your body type and write to us if you have any questions regarding that, and you can make your lifestyle better and healthy. But if you want more details regarding Ayurveda, you always write to us. And if you want to have proper consultation, then also you please write to us. And if you have any question regarding it, you please write to us. We will try to help in the best way possible to you. And if you have not subscribed our channel, then please click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. So that's all for today, and thank you so much for watching. We are very grateful to you. With this note, I would like to say stay healthy, stay blessed, take care. Bye.